Well, in the Supreme Court, Mr. Mansoor Ejaz was the first one to file his submission, which was strangely it was leaked out by the Supreme Court to the selected media houses, and when the tickers were run on what Mansoor Ejaz is supposed to have said in that submission, the other applicants protested, saying that why just one person's submission has been leaked out, and because of that reason, I think there's going to be some questions should be asked to the registrar of the Supreme Court why he didn't do it. Well, in the submission so far which we have gone through, we have not seen any mention of Mr. Haqqani talking about the boss or Mr. Zardari. So there is no mention of any connection between those memos or Mr. Link between the president or the memos. Mr. Mansoor Ejaz is making it murkier. I mean, he's totally unreliable character. He has been known to be meddling into the affairs of smaller countries, claiming himself to be very close to the US establishment and very close to the intelligence personnel, high officials of the US. And then Nawaz Sharif, perhaps under pressure from Imran Khan, who's been accusing of being a friendly opposition, he thought that if he went to the Supreme Court with this Memogate, he would at least hog the limelight and rather wrench it out of Mr. Imran Khan's hand. There is no way this Memogate case would end in some kind of a ruling from the Supreme Court of declaring say Zardari or traitor or Mr. Haqqani to have indulged in anti-Pakistani activities. I don't think this is going to go to that end. But for the time being, Mr. Nawaz Sharif is being projected as the real opposition in the country. So perhaps that is all that there is to it. I don't see anything more on this. If the investigation comes out with the finding that yes, Mr. Haqqani was responsible for these memos, and Mr. Zardari was also he is the okay of Mr. Zardari, then I don't know how this would end up, in the sense that if there is any invoking of Article 6, that will have to be done by the government of the day. The Supreme Court cannot do it suo motu. So there is this, and then again, this should have gone through, as many people say, this should have gone through the Parliament rather than the Supreme Court. And as I said earlier, this going to take us in nowhere. I mean, it's going to end up in a farce.